Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever it is where you are, is what I wish for you. My name is Heather Asking, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. This is your first video, I'm so thankful that you came. I hope that it is entertaining and informative, and that you will decide to like, subscribe, maybe even share the stream with other people in your life that enjoy jewelry. Those of you who are back again, like my girls Barbara and Tammy, who flip-flop back and forth, for the first person to comment. I really appreciate your ongoing support. It means the world to me. So today I was literally frantically searching for things for something else, and I was like, oh, I have to be done no later than 8:15 or 10:15 so I can get ready. And my son goes, Mom, it is 10:38. So this sweet girl put together in a very short period of time, but it will also explain a little bit of what we're going to do. First off, we're going to start with the good stuff. And then the last part could be some good stuff as well. Hello, Donna. If you happen to be a fan of malachite, you could get at least a couple very good deals on some malachite pieces that we're going to make after I do the fun thing that I'm so excited to tell you guys. So that I can sell them and get it out of my house, because it just, every time I come across them, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. If you know, you know. You'll see in a bit. But yeah. So let's go down to the mat so I can show you the good news. Hi, Mama. If you were texting me, it was crazy. Sorry. Okay. So if you remember this necklace that I just made, I was just looking through a desk bead soup. And look what your girl found. She found 2 more leaves. So now I can make the earrings to go with this necklace. I am very excited to be able to do so, because I felt like the necklace deserved a pair of matching earrings. So here's the question, though. Choose your own adventure time. Or choose your own jewelry design instead of adventure time, jewelry time. Okay, anyways. I just couldn't figure out what size pearls I wanted to put on top of these. It's going to be very simple. I'm just going to wrap up this brio, and then I'm going to leave a loop that I can then connect to a loop with the pearl. So you like it, Donna? I was so excited. Like, I knew what I was planning on doing today, and so the fact that I found these right before I went on is why I want to do this first. And I'm taking it as a good sign that whatever it is we do with the malachite will be pretty, and especially pretty and cheap enough for somebody else to buy it from me. So yeah, okay. So do we want to go with the little dainty pearl on top of the leaf? Do we want to go with like the secondary size above it? I like both. So that's why I was like, well, I'm just going to wait, and I will ask the girls what they think about this matter. So that would be the smaller one. This would be the larger one. Which do you think? I could also do something like this. That's also possible. If we want to make some real dangly danglies, then I can just make with both sizes. So small, medium, or both. You vote smaller, Beth. Okay, good to know. Larger one is Carol Stillman's vote. Nobody. Donna says small. There's only 4 of us in here. So, oh, that, man, I know. Amazing, Beth. Absolutely. They're right here. We're doing it. Like the way you think, I like the way you think, Mama. I like the way you think. Besides, this makes it's a little bit of both worlds or both options in one, because we are using a larger bead. We're just doing it with the wood bead. Why does that one look so much bigger? Well, that one matches that one. Oh, I know why. Because I mixed rondelle and round beads in here. Like, So, okay. Out of the mouth of babes. Okay, so some gold wire so we can wrap these up. I need some ball head pins, which I already had out, but I think I put away. I don't know why I did that. Oh. I need to photograph all of the stuff from the other day. Oh, no, you don't need a ball head pin. I need to photograph all the stuff that I made this last week. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I don't know that I fully woke up, but I woke up because I heard sound like something crashed. And then the rest of the dream was that Stephen and I got into an argument about it crashing. I don't know. Don't know about the argument. I haven't had a chance to talk to him beyond the quick questions and information that I needed from him to get ready. But I don't think that we would have argued about it, but I'm a tad bit curious. So these longer pieces are so I can wrap this up, the leaves up. I like to leave my wrapped brios just a little bit more rounded. I like the shape that it brings. Obviously, you can still do it. Oh, it went right to a triangle anyways. Well, look at that. Man, why do I have to be such a darn perfectionist? I think I'm just going to do it traditional. Today has been, it's 11 o'clock, y'all. So that should tell you about my morning if I'm already completely frazzled for the day. Okay, we are just going to do this very traditional way where you take one and you make it longer and you go right up against the bead, and then you pull the other one over right up against the bead, and then you bend the shorter one out and the taller one up. Then you grab onto it with some pliers. I like to use bent chain nose because you need to flip it the other way if you think you're going to be able to wrap that even a little bit. And because I will be wrapping down, oh my goodness, why did this get so misshapen? Brio can be fixed. Sorry, I know I was not under camera. I'm not good with brios, guys. I either hit it out of the park or it takes me 3 or 4 times to get it, and I don't even know why. So that's why I don't use a lot of like these little leaves in my designs, because I never know how to. But I was excited that I had kind of found something. See, this is how it always gets messed up. Okay, back on the back, wrap it up. Okay, I'm only doing one little wrap. My phone keeps going off and it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Oh, hello, Dawn. Yeah, how are you doing, Dawn? I've been very busy and have not been in Platinum Ladies in a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. So, okay, now that I have it wrapped up, all I'm going to do is put it at an angle, grab my smaller bent or smaller round nose pliers, and I'm just going to do the loop. And the reason why I only wrapped it once was because you know your girl doesn't like a lot of wraps. So 2 is about all I want, if any. But they met each other very nicely in the back, so that's always a good thing. I'm going to go straight to the other leaf while I'm okay. I'm going to go ahead and bend this one up. Cut off the back of the little wrap from the brio. I will tell you, anytime I'm having a good brio day, you better believe I take advantage of it. I go and make earrings and all sorts of stuff, but yes. Yes, you showered, ate, and had some tea. Oh, that's good. Waiting for PT to get there. Oh. Hello, Carolyn. Met up nicely in the back of this one, too. Well then. Okay, so there's those. And now the rest of these guys, I'm just going to do pretty quickly. I'm going to go through and, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wire. Here's something, not the 20 gauge, Heather, 22 gauge. On these, I'm just going to do my hybrid loop, which, by the way, I prepped for a short TikTok something last night. It takes a lot longer to prep for a 3-minute video than you would believe. It's just crazy. So I didn't even get it. I got all the prep done, and then it was very late. And so I just said, I will do that tomorrow. There we go. Ooh, I want to get the bead caps because they looked pretty with the bead caps. Not. There we go. The rest of it. Me only needs 2 bead caps. Me dumping out 100. Yes. Ooh, did any of you guys try? Were you a Steve Wilkos fan, Dawn? Because when you spelled it like that, if that's who it makes me think of. Did you guys see that my sweet hubby joined the channel yesterday? It was so sweet of him to do so. It was very sweet. After I got over the, but why? But, you know, because it didn't make sense to me when he first said it. But then I was like, oh, thanks. Are you on your way home, babe? She has a meeting today that he has to go to, so. Yes. Oh, I was wrong. I needed 8 of these little bead caps. I needed 4 for the wood and 4 for the pearls. 4. They took the baby to the park. Oh, hi, Mary. It's okay. I'm perfectly okay with whenever you can join me. I overwrote that one. Oh, now that you're on here, also, did we have an argument last night about a crash in the bead room? Or was that just a dream? And my subconscious just knew that a mess had just been made. I can't tell you fully which way, one way or the other. So there's those. Now we're going to do the pearls. I kind of wanted him. Okay, it was a dream. All right, cool. I kind of want him to be like the tester pulling the wires for the shorts. He said that it was obvious that I was pulling it very hard, but I don't know. I just thought it might leave a little bit more credence to the strength of the loop, but come on, go on there. Or get another pearl. This is only 22 gauge wire. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? I love pearls, but I wish they would drill the holes bigger. I do not understand why they don't. Like, they have to have gotten feedback from other people that bead who were like, hey, we don't need you to do all that. Or we need you to drill it a little bit more than what you did. Okay. So, rotary tool out it is. So I'm just taking my rotary tool and matching up the tip of my tool with the hole. Just know that pearls get very hot when they're drilled, and this would be exponentially easier if I was doing it underwater. I have a container in here that I was using to do just that. Ooh, that got hot fast. Yeah. I wanted to get these done, but that was really hot. Let's see, what can I grip onto it with that I have right here at my disposal? I have bubble wrap. It protects things, right? It should work. Or just make my bead go flying. Did I catch it? I caught it. Okay. I'm not saying this will work, but I'm not saying we'll find out though, huh? I am gonna try to pop some of the bubbles so I can get a better grip, but which might defeat the whole purpose. Yeah, I can't see well enough to do that. Okay, so we'll just have to take a break. Did that side. Did that side a little bit more. I just need 2 pearls, please. Let's see if we're there. Man, I don't even think I brought my water bottle in here. I did not. It's just the very middle that's the problem right now. It's clear on both other sides. Ooh. The other side looks clogged, which is usually what happens. Am I trying to put it on 12? No, this is 22 gauge, right? Or am I using? No. Matching them up to see if they're the same. I am using another gauge of 20 gauge wire that was marked 22. Unless I'm just losing my mind and can't see the size difference of it. No, that's the same thing. Okay, well, let's see if Heather can make her life easier by actually finding 22 gauge wire. That is rose gold, so that will not work. Here is some that I can actually see the label of, and it is indeed 22 gauge wire. Now we can see if I'm crazy and was already using 22 gauge wire and just couldn't see the size difference. It's just the very center, because see, it gets stuck in there. So we're almost there. I just needed to go a little bit further. I had this little drill bit, like itty bitty drill bit, that I had that made this so much easier. Once I got the end done, I could just put the actual drill bit in, but I couldn't tell you where it was to save my life right now. Okay, one side is looking clogged from dust, so we're there. Now we just have to do the other side. Success. Ooh, don't be bad. You'll scratch your pearl. That's still a little hot. So let's go right there. Ah. No, I scratched that one. I won't use it. Okay. I might have to fully finish these once Steve gets home and can do this underwater for me because it is burning the tip of my finger. But I will get at least one done so I can show you guys what they'll look like. And then Steve can help me when he gets home. Because he has to thread 3-inch iron steel pipe. That's his job because he does gas plumbing for new construction. So he has to cut and then thread. So he has to hold on to that. So he can do it much easier. Okay. Oops, that is way too big. Just tap that in. Okay. Then I want to take my itty bitty Tinky Tots, which I know are out here somewhere because I did not put them away. Get a bunch of bags that I don't need. Oh, I'm sure that they were here, and I, for once, decided to put things away. I'd rather use Tinky Tots, but I do have small gold jump rings right here too, so we'll just use these babies. Okay. 1, 2. I might only need 2 per earring if I remember, if I'm doing my math correctly. So, one side. It will look better with the tiki tots, but I don't want to be stubborn and spend too much time on this when I can go on to the other project, which for me is personally more important. So there's the pearl link right there. And we're going to do my real quick ear wire. I believe this one is 50 millimeters. I generally like to use 40 millimeters is my perfect size. So I'm just going to wrap this back till it hits the other side of the wire. Then you're going to grab your step bail making pliers. I'm going to swish and swish so this little loop is stronger. And then same bail step making pliers, point this away from what size we want. I think I want to do it on the 4th step. I don't want these ones to be really big, but I will go up just a tad. Just some little dainty ones. And then we will open this, slide our earring on. If your loop doesn't allow you to go over the ball, you can always just go use the back door, if you will. Yes. And then I don't like the little tick on earrings. You probably heard me say that a million times. One of my holes is drilled crooked, or not drilled, pierced crooked. So, but there you go. Pretty. Once I could find I would like it better with the tinky tops. Just saying. Okay, on to the next project because it's something I really need to do. For those of you who don't know, I did a private collection for somebody that, although saw everything before it got shipped out, once it was in front of her, did not like or did not know what to do with it. So I just told her to send it all back. That's the Reader's Digest version, but that's much as I want to go into it. So I have, because she told me her favorite stone is malachite. And those of you who know that malachite is very expensive, especially if it's real. And these are double A grade beads. So I just want to stop coming across them because I just don't want to keep seeing this anymore. Wait, where's the malachite? No, here are those pennants, but there's another little baggie. I have these Zuni bears, and then I also have a small heart pendant that I'm just going to make some really cute little things. I have a heart too. That's going to annoy me because I wanted to use all of it. Why can I not see it? I know it's right here because there it is. Told you, your girl's not crazy. Well, in this instance, So we won't talk about others. So, just so you understand, this little heart itself was $7 my cost. And the Zuni bears were both $5. These little tube beads, which I have 10 of, were $1.25 a piece. So, and the chip beads are from the same factory that cut these, but they're only graded as an A, not a double A plus. So, but if I think it looks cute, it looks cute. Like I said, if you are a malachite fan, you might be getting one hell of a deal. Just saying. Hi, Colleen. Thank you, Carolyn and Beth. I like them. Yeah. So I want to pull it out just so I can show you. And I know Rosanna feels the same way, but she's not here, I don't think. But most of malachite comes across and it looks like this. And this is fake. This is not real malachite. So there are some really good fake malachite beads out there. But just see the difference between the greens, the detailed pinstriping, the speckled dots, all of that. This is likely phyllo dough. So I got that in a, I can't remember where I got that. So here's what I'm thinking. I can either do these as their own individual thing, or no, because it would go that way and I wouldn't want that. Okay. So I will probably save the tubes for, or use the tubes with the heart. I am pulling out the sterling silver because that's how much I want it out of my bead room. But again, I hope that if one of you loves malachite, you will take advantage of it. So, I just had my sterling silver out. I have some little ball spacers, and I did pull these out. So I have these sterling silver tube beads. They're really little and delicate, but I'm not sure that they will go well with the tubes. But I was thinking that would be an easy way to make a bracelet that could go with the pendant without using too many of them. That way I have enough to do like just a simple little thing. So something like that. So I'd like at least 3. Ideally, there's only 10. So I'm kind of stuck with that number. So I might have to even do, these are just some small round buffalo horn spacers. And I really like black. Oh, I just had an idea. I'm so bummed I cannot find my sterling silver now, because I had such a good idea. I literally had it just yesterday and was like, oh, I should put this away. I either did not take my own advice, or I did and I just can't remember where it all ended up. It's in here. I just wanted to use the sterling silver in hopes of like, in case none of you guys are fans, that I could like sell it to someone else. Put it up in Beading Besties or something like that. Well then, there's one of the things we looked for all day. We did find a few of those. Ugh. This is so frustrating because I know exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, well then we might have to go for silver plated, which isn't a bad thing. It's just I don't know that I can actually do that because AA grade plus deserves the real stuff in my opinion. So if it's gonna drive me batty, you guys. I have some sterling silver wire here. It's not all of my silver wire. It was in like a little. Sorry, I have a bunch of stuff on my desk because I have two things that I need to do unboxings for. One is Bargain Bee Box. There's my Tinky Tots, though. Found those at least, so I can fix those earrings. Because I also found my drill stuff. This is gonna drive me crazy. Okay, well, we might not actually be able to do this today. Because I do not see my sterling silver. It's like a little, oh, I am so sorry. Let me see where I put it in here. No, I put a lot in here, but not that. Okay, where are we? We're at 11:43. Let's, at the very least, finish these earrings. That is so freaking frustrating. I will have them, and this will be what we do. Is today Wednesday or Tuesday? I don't even know. It is Wednesday. So I'll find them between now and tonight. And then I will do this project tonight. But yes. I know, isn't it? But I have some really thin rice beads that are also buffalo horn that I think would look classy AF in between these with like some silver, even if they're just little spacer things. And then we could use these and just maybe have like one there and one there and do the rest with the buffalo horn rice beads. That was an option I was looking at. As soon as Steve is done with his appointment today, we are going down to get the rest, hopefully get the rest of the stuff for Saturday. Okay. Well then, wah wah. That frustrates me. Let me see here. Just so I can see. I want to see how it would look real quick. Obviously, I don't have the, well, you can't have it. You don't have the rice beads. Okay, we're obviously not gonna cry over spilled milk. I have other stuff I can do. We can finish the earrings. So that's good because I was very excited when I found those other leaf beads. I was so excited this morning, you guys. It was a little crazy just how excited I got, but I was nonetheless very excited. So move out of the way, Malachi. We will visit you later today, sir. Okay, double flush cutters do not cut that. Where are my Nevex cutters? Okay. Now I'm just curious to see what this actually looks like, the tubes, because the tubes obviously can't curve. And we're not going to use we wouldn't be using those, but I'm just going to open this so I can see. Maybe I'll even look for some swan beads to go with it. Who knows what I'll get up to trying to. Oh, that's not good. There would definitely have to be a spacer, or the rice bead would have to be. Yeah, see, I want it with the rice beads. It'll look so much nicer. Okay. So, oh. These are what I wanted. See how delicate and pretty they are? There, I bought all of them that he had. But I love these little rice beads. I think they're beautiful. You wouldn't have the issue of them going over the top of those because they don't have the larger hole. But look, just that. Isn't that pretty? I love these little beads. I've used them in so much stuff. And it's such a simple piece. And this is what I like. When I can mix humble ingredients with quality bindings and all of that, I could literally just do a bracelet like that. I could do earrings like that. Just kind of bring up the two beads next to each other. You could do an earring like that. You could put another bead on either side. I just think that would look so pretty. If I was going to put a bead on either side, though, I'd want it to be very delicate. I have a bracelet that is just these and itty bitty sterling silver spacers in between them, and they're just so pretty. Okay, so I'm glad I found those. I found my sterling silver, my itty bitty little ball bills, which would come in perfect because obviously you would want to keep whatever you put in there real dainty. But even like that's really pretty to me. But it would obviously be up closer. But you can see that like this would make a very pretty necklace. I don't know, the tubes might even be too big. I'll see what he's got. I'm gonna go see what he's got because I think he has some smaller ones of these. So if he does, I'll just get those, or if he has like some really nice small rounds, that would be good. these will still make a beautiful bracelet. Just the humbleness of those beads. All right, back to the earrings we go. I found my thing, and I'm wondering if I just missed it the last time I looked for it. But you guys, if you ever get frustrated with like a drill hole or whatever else, this rotary tool that I use, the Harley one, was $25, or sorry, Hardell, $25. And then the little kits that I bought to go with it are so inexpensive. And as I said, if I'd been doing this underwater, it would have been even easier than what I was just, it would go much easier. Okay, I'm going to try the longer one, see if that doesn't make it faster. But it's simple to swap out the drill bits. Swap out the drill bits and just go back to see what happens when I put stuff away. I put away the other pearl that I had already started drilling, or is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. We'll just go with this one instead. That one does not want to cooperate. See, that one drilled much easier, if you couldn't tell, by all the powder going everywhere. Now we're going to try them. Okay. As I said, this still would have been simpler had I, if I was using it with the pearl and just the drill bit underwater. It would have been so much easier and gone faster and wouldn't have burned me. All of those things. All of the things that did not happen the first go around with the pearl. If you like a standard wrapped loop and your loops got kind of separated and you're like, you don't like when you try to squish them together and it doesn't work, if you put your loop there, you can then go back to front, side to side, squish it down. It's an easy way to achieve something that I used to have a very hard problem with. So hopefully the drill hole isn't too full of powder that it won't want to go through. Come on. There's pearl dust in the way. Or this other side needs to be drilled just a little bit. Ooh. You didn't see that, right? I have no idea where the pearl was going either. Here it is. I cannot believe I just did that. Oh. Okay, I'm going to use this. I think I might have been better off just saying, girls, today's just not the day. You know? I haven't been able to finish a project. I burned and then just scraped my fingers. Please go on now. I don't understand why this pearl won't go on. There's nothing in its way. It went all the way through. That whole okay. There we go. Finally. The pearl is on the wire. I don't even know that I was on camera for any of that. If not, I apologize. I know that's kind of the point, for you to be able to see what I'm doing. Come on, little bead cap, don't get in the way of the loop. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, Tinky Tots to the rescue. Let's move all of the non-essential tools out of the way. There's so much pearl dust right here. That'll have to be cleaned up. Okay. I'll start with this one. Go to the wood. There's that. I'm going to swap out these round rings for some of the loops went around. I'm not even going to take it off of the wire. I'm just going to take, I'm not going to use those again because they're a bit thinner. That way. And I scrape myself. That's why I'm not using my pointer finger. And I can't put a Band-Aid on it. So it's not bleeding. I just scraped it. So hey guys, did you know that a jump ring has to be open in order for you to attach things with said jump ring? Just in case. Just in case you were aware. There we go. One more and we'll touch it. Then I'll make the other ear wire and we will be good to go. Thankfully, those leaf beads are double-sided, so okay. Let's grab the ear wire so we can say I did something today other than hurting myself, but yes. Pauline, do you like the little rice beads? Aren't they beautiful? I love them. So, sorry, I just bent this back on itself. I'm going to take my 6-step veil making pliers and I'm going to squish that loop once and twice. I use the box joint of my pliers rather than pulling out my bench block and nylon jaw pliers. I do it this way because it's faster. Okay, and then we did the 4th step. Why do you look crooked? It was because it is a little bit. There we go. Face this away. Scooch up ever so slightly. Pull down till it touches. And then I'm actually going to put the other ear wire back on here so I can see where I want to cut, because this is easier than trying to hold it in place outside of the, well, I thought it was, but it's not. It will only go down on one of them. So it's right there. If I was using 40 millimeter, which is my preference, I wouldn't have to trim them. Though that is the case when using a larger step to make it. I just, oh, what are you doing, Heather? We figured out that didn't work. I don't know what to say. Oh, I had already saw that it wouldn't go over the ball. Okay, and we close these up. And then go ahead and stretch my loop out a little bit because I did it on the other side. And then I will also work hard in the ear wires with the box joint, other than right at the point of when the earring will go into place. So if you want to get out your box joint plier or your the little steel block and use the nylon jaw hammers or even flatten them out. That's perfectly good. I just started doing this as like a time saver for me. Okay, so let's. I used to have a dowel that hello. Ask and you shall receive. I didn't even have to ask. That made it a little bit easier for you guys to see the finished piece. So I like them. They're nice and dangly. It will go really well with the necklace that these were made to go with, which is right here. And you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I went back and forth about taking these links off and putting leather on, but I left it because I like the chain that I made. But look, they'll go so pretty together. I'm excited. Photograph, put these up for sale. I have all the various creations that well, this one didn't use any of them, but this was made to go with the rest of them. So, and it was something that was previous, a little bit outside of, I had never tried it. I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and so I just didn't try it. And I wish I'd tried it sooner because I actually like the look of the leaves like sticking out ever so slightly. And then obviously the like outside of the crystal, all of this comes from the earth, you know, and seas. This, you know, these are freshwater pearls. This is a bone bead. Even if it was a wood bead, it's beautiful. This crystal is just, I found the other one of these too. So I may be making a bracelet with the crystal and then I haven't decided if I want, for a bracelet, I'd probably go with the second to largest and then down to the smallest. And then I was just going to mimic the chain around the back for the bracelet. So that'll be what I do. Well, I can find, if I'm lucky enough, and I can find it right here. There's no reason why we can't finish. There it is. Why we can't finish it now. Okay, earrings aside. Do you guys agree that for the bracelet, I should use the second to largest size and then go down rather than the really big one? I just think that for the wrist, I don't know why I have two of those because I don't need two of those. Like for the top of the wrist, oh wait, it's this. So it would be that. I need to find another. So that, and then like that. And then I would just do links around the back for the rest of the bracelet if there's a rest. Okay. So I happen to have some bone wire right here. Bone colored soft flex. They have not started to make wire out of bone. So the center we need our stacked bead cap for sure. So we have those, and then we put those on. So it would be this. It would be like that, and then this. see simple. Mm-hmm. Well, I was very happy when I found this, but I think had I had it the whole time, I wouldn't have appreciated the, like, I might have tried to do too much. With one, I was limited because I couldn't find the other one. So, and I love the way the necklace turned out. Okay. So we have that, and then on the necklace we used the 3mm spacer beads, which are, now it would be kind of, okay, where are they? No, wait, we used the little bitty ones. Right? These ones, yes. Okay, so we have the center. We're going to go to there, and then we will do another stack bead cap for the larger floral on either side. So sweat then sprinkle out so a few of these. We need those. Another stacked bead cap at the ready. For the largest pearl size. That gave me a little bit of pause for a second, but I love the way that little itty bitty spacer ball just lets them be their own pretty. But yeah. Hi, Lori. Oh, do we have a new viewer? I'm so excited. Hi, Lori. Love that. We're finishing up a project, or well, we're making a bracelet that we just decided to make, but we it is the final piece to a set that I started yesterday. Come on, go in. Come on, there you go. So we're just finishing that up. Oh, I haven't used the wood beads. Should I just use the wood beads around the back, or am I just going to make links? That is the question. Oh, I forgot about the wood beads. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to flip this around. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to do it with the wood beads. And then we're not, wait, is that stuck? Yeah. We're not like having to start completely from scratch. I just had them. Here they are. I just had anyways, before I decided to change up the design, what I was trying to say is that it's nicer to go by doing it this way. We don't have to like start completely over, because whichever side we like better, we just have to redo that size. And I don't know about y'all, but I am leaning towards the wood beads being part of it. Like, it's got to be. Hello, Linda. You joined at the right time. It was kind of chaotic there for a hot minute. So, but we got it figured out. We did the earrings for yesterday's. And now, and I found the other crystal. So, okay, everybody's vote with the wood, without the wood. I like it with the wood. And then I will more than likely not have to use very many. Like, we can either finish it off with wood at the back, or we can just do like a link or two, like the back of the necklace. But I'm really liking it with the wood beads because, well, it goes better, obviously. Not that it would have been beautiful and elegant if I went the other way, but I like the rustic elegance that the wood beads give this, and then it works. So we need to take all of this off, and we will fix that side in a moment. Yep, I just like it. I like it better that way. So this side for the baby bead. Thank you. Didn't think it was going to go on. It's doing so with protest. Okay. We're going to do this the last would be on this side, and then we will put up we will go back to the other side. This is the rondelle and not a round. And the rest of the necklace or bracelet is round. Okay? Where am I crazy? Well, I think these beads are getting sorted out. Was being lazy about it, so that's why it's not already done. Okay, other side, switch the clip. Happy birthday! Linda! Aww! Aw, thanks, love. Take it. Stretch it out. I'm so excited. Well, I'll be on later tonight, too. So if you want to continue the celebrating, please feel free to join us because I would be more than happy to do so. I got a question for you, birthday girl. Do you do streaming projects or do you prefer chain? Because I can't, and it doesn't mean that you haven't done a video like that. But I don't think I've seen like where you've done stringing. Not that you need to, girl, you're chain. I don't know anybody else that takes several different links and manages to make it look like one cohesive necklace. I don't, but yeah. Oh, good. Glad to hear that. Well, you know what we could do for Linda? If you haven't already used your weekly hypes, you should go and hype her last video that she put up, or the last two. But I believe you get 3 hypes a week. So for Linda's birthday, we should all go hype her. Yes. Aw. Girl, you don't need to. Your chain is stunning. I like when you put gemstones with your chain, but seriously, your chains stand alone. They're with such beautiful layering pieces. I might be kissing up so that I'll have a Linda original in my future. We got to talk about that. I may have to go back and watch some of your videos and tell you exactly which one I want. Though they're all beautiful. So that is a rondelle feather. Goodness gracious. Why did I mix 2 bead shapes together? Sorry. I was concentrating. I probably heard the creaky grinding of the wheels. Oh, it's too big. I don't know why. It just does. So we're going to try something different. Much better. It's probably all in my head, but Now the baby pearl. Let's hope this one goes on better than the last. Yeah, that one's not gonna. Let's see if this one is more inclined to do so. Oh my goodness. These baby pearls are so pretty, but also so stubborn. Okay. That felt like it got through whatever was in the middle. The dust might be an issue. So let's go the other way first. Okay, which side did I? It literally felt like it gave wet, like it made it through, but maybe it barely made it through. I don't know. Real quick on the other side, just to see if we can get this project done. This is why, if you're going to make the pearls, you do this ahead of time and underwater. It goes by so much easier. Okay, we're going to trim the end of the wire because it should be working just fine now. So it might be the wire this time. Because I can see from one side to the other. So this beading wire should be able to go in. It's on there. It's just not going all the way through. All right. I got some good pearl dust on the mat. This should have no problem going on. Let's go ahead and clip the where's the piece of wire? Let's try to get the pearl dust out of our way. There is actually still a little bit of a catch right there because the wire won't even go through. So yeah, my hand says nope. It just doesn't want to go. Please go on. Thank you. All right, now we can put on the last wood bead and then see if I need anything along the lines of length. I don't think I should. I don't know. So it's days like this that are like, are you sure you don't want to try to figure out editing? Just kidding. I couldn't if I wanted to. I mean, I may be able to do it. I shouldn't say I absolutely couldn't, but I watched a few videos and was like, live is the way for me. All right. Bracelet mandrel time. Okay, so we may need one link on either side that matches the necklace, but I do not need that. Let's find my crimp tubes. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on, and I'm going to crimp it directly onto the links on either side, and then I should just be able to attach lobster to these links. Okay, there's that. I'm take this little piece of wire if there's enough room, which I don't know that there is. Nope, that's not going in. Oh, a third time, which is fine. I just like to test it because I like to have the excess in the, I prefer. So this is a magical crimper. It has a concavity in the middle of it that will turn a size 2 crimp tube into a little ball. So you just go to crimp as normal, only you don't even have to worry about whether or not the wires are crossed. I still straighten them out. And then you're going to put your magical crimper with the tube centered in the opening in the middle. And then squish. And you don't have to squish hard. And then you're going to rotate, keeping it in the middle again. Squish. This link. I'm hoping you guys can see it okay. There we go. 3. And then I just go around until I don't feel resistance anymore. And then I take a peek at it to make sure I didn't just go in the same direction. And that's why there was no give, but I'm good there. So now I can cut off the excess soft flex. Oh, come on. Oh, one of my wood beads fell off. Huh. I didn't even see it happen. Okay. And then we obviously have a lot of leftover, but the last time I cut off the excess, I didn't end up with enough. Where is my other crimp tube? So we're going to take the crimp tube. I am going to let it drop all the way down before I go back through it, just so that I don't have to fight with it nearly as much or as hard if I had it. I'm going to pull it down, get my loops. Oh, I forgot to put my link on. That would have been upsetting. Wait, bracelet mandrel. Yes, please. You need one. Okay. They're $15. Let me know. That probably is the one. Oh, yes. Paulina, I think you are talking about the one. If it is, hold on one second. Where's my wire? If you're referring to, this is one of my favorite links. I probably have hundreds of them in my like link box. Where's my links? Uh-oh, I think I was supposed to go in, not out. I don't remember now. But, and I have done it with all different size loops. So I would just need to make my loops match, but I don't know what happened there. One is facing one way and one is facing the other. But I believe you also have one where you twist it under, right, Linda? Or am I just losing my mind? I think this still gives you a pretty oval link. But I think you're meaning, yeah, the loop goes in. Okay, that's what I did incorrectly. So this is literally one of my favorite links to make. Because like she said, she gets a perfect oval every time. Like that. And my favorite way to join them up was to put one plier in one loop and the other plier in the other and pull them together so then they're pretty even. And there's the oval link. I do like it both ways though. This is also very pretty, in my opinion. But it really does make a perfect oval every single time, no matter what size you've done. And then you just squeeze them together. And I have made them I'm going to make a big one to make sure that you can see the whole process. And yes, I've made them this big before. Anything you can find around your house that you can twist wire around, you can make this link using it. I have different size dowels, but they're just not right here. But you literally just take a loop, and I'm going to make it bigger this time, and you just turn it in until it's touching that side. And then you do it on the other side. If I could get my wire to cooperate. And then again, I like to use my round nose pliers to pull them in as much as I can, slip them out. And they line up and make a beautiful link. I've used this for earrings. You literally put a bead on, roll in. Here, I'll show you. Because it's really pretty. Let's see. And obviously you can put more than one bead on it. But let's see, what do I have right here that would be fun to put on this? Ooh, maybe you want. Where are the ones that aren't wrapped? Oh my goodness. That's also wrapped. Where's the part that isn't wrapped? Oh no. Here they are. That one's too big. Let's see here. Ooh. I hope this one goes on because that would be really pretty. Although, if I don't have them right here. You can even do something as simple as just like a wooden bead or two, and that's perfectly fine. It's hard not using my index finger to like support the rest, but then again, still the same. I found this was easier than trying to like guesstimate because this lined them up perfect every time. But see, just put an ear wire on it and you're good to go. And you could put several on there. You can all, ooh. There you go, Linda. See, that's why you're the pro. Different lengths and thicknesses, even chains through it. You could put one bead, you could put two beads on it and then hook a dangly in between them. That's what I was thinking with the white flower. How pretty would that be? I just didn't know if I had copper beads right here, and I would definitely want copper beads because that would just be chef's kiss. But yeah, you can literally use this for so many things, and it really does. As long as after you wrap the wire around something, you don't completely mangle it, it makes the perfect little oval or big oval, however you want to do it. But it's very easy. This is why I tell you guys to check her out. This is one of so many. Even my little like non-wrapped loop, wrapped loop connector that I like to make for my clasps, it's literally a slight variation of the exact same thing that Linda uses. I just wrap it around one more time than she does. But I totally got it from her. And I altered it, and I literally was talking about how I altered it. And then for the first time that night, that video, Linda goes, she said, "Hi, ladies," and then right after, she was like, "I thought that link looked familiar." And I was like, she knew I was talking about her. And it was funny. because it just happened like back to back. So it cracked me up. I was like, she must have a bell that goes off anytime somebody uses one of her links. Although she'd be chucking that bell out the window because your links are beautiful. And I know lots of people who use them. Yep, that's what I want. But it was funny. She literally popped in right at the right time. It was hilarious. It made me laugh so much. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this out because the girls in the morning are my faithfuls. I think I need somebody to moderate for me. I need somebody to go back. But I know you offered, so if you just want to do it, that's fine. But with you starting your own channel soon for your on the wire, off the hook, or whatever you're going to call it, which is adorable. I literally just need people to go back and add hashtags and take my video from live and stick it into the morning beads and things folder, playlist, whatever. Some of my morning beads and things have the dates, others don't. I would like them all to have the dates on them. I know, Linda, that was what I swear. We are like connected because it was the very first time. And I know I turned very red because I was like, oh, she's on my live. And I couldn't believe it. And I was like starstruck. So yeah. I don't remember if it was on hers or mine. I think it was here. Because you were the first one that like, no, Rosanna was. But another content creator that is like well known who came on one of my things. So, all right, let's see where we're at on the bracelet mandrel now. It should be just about good. Yes, once I attach jump rings on either side to attach the clasp, we will indeed be good. Where is my 20 gauge wire? Because I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let's see, I'm going to show you exactly what I use of Linda's. I like to just take it and I wrap it around until it touches. And then I like to use the third step when I do this, but I'm going to face that loop away, wrap up, over, and across, and then only lift it up slightly, just enough to let you get around your loop. And then you just take it. Oops, I didn't give myself enough room. I'm all flustered. And you wrap it. And this was her link. This is exactly what it looks like the way that she does it, which is still pretty. It's gorgeous. Love it. I wanted to nestle the simple loop part in tighter so that it would have like, I don't know, added security. I like that the like loop was down inside. Oops, I didn't come around lost then. Oh, that's right. You can't do that off the mandrel. I've ruined so many posts by doing that. Trying to wrap the wire outside of the mandrel. Okay. Now we're going to trim it. I'm going to open. So one side is a simple loop, but as I said, it's kind of nestled in among the wraps. And then the other side is a wrapped loop. So I attach this part on the simple loop side so that then the part that the clasp goes into has is a wrap loop, so it's sturdier. Or I could have just put a third link back here. Could have also done that. Okay. I know they're up here. Where is that? Okay. Yes. I finally found my smaller 18 karat gold plated little thingamabobs. Okay. I'm not sure I can use a tinky top, but if I can, I prefer that. I like to use the smallest, strongest jump ring I have when attaching a clasp. Oh, this way, Heather. I see. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. That one went blind, but let's give it another go. It was most likely operator error. That and the time that, oh, 1.5 times. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. And then I wrap it one extra time from that. Oh, Heather, it helps if you put these aren't going to be able, these are too small to hold the width of the link. And because these are double looped, so they're sturdier, obviously. Let's see, what little ones do I have right here? I think I don't want to use the great big ones. I want a little one. Okay. Well, when all else fails, make your own. If you're having a hard time finding just the right size jump ring, you can make them yourself. I'm going to do a demonstration of that on it's on my list for little shorts. But yes, if Beth doesn't want to do all of that, because she also helps me so much with so many things, I would love to. I just think it will be better for me so that when I'm not catching that I didn't do something and then get really, really frustrated. Which is what happens right now. Somebody will say, oh, I didn't see, you didn't tag me in that. And I'm like, but I meant to. So I just need help with that aspect of it. Just like the Beading Besties group, you guys pretty much self-moderate. I've never had an issue on one of my videos or on my live. There we go. Let's see where it's ended up. Because, yep, 6 3/4 inch. I like it. I like it a lot. So now it's a full set that needs to be photographed and put up on my TT's Trinkets and Treasures page. Man, I'm hoping I get to the point when I can have an assistant that does all of that for me. That's name isn't Mana White. He's wonderful, but does not understand technology or all the ins and outs of social media. He doesn't even have social media. So he has a YouTube channel or a YouTube account. Outside of that, I let him know what's been going on, or I show him funny things, stuff like that. But yeah. All right, guys. I think that I have monopolized your time for long enough today. Especially with the impromptu, very poor way of demonstrating Linda's links. But yeah. So there we go. All finished. If I run across another leaf, I'm probably going to attach it back here to one of the links. But we're done. So I hope that you guys all have a fabulous rest of your. Oh, thanks, Maisha. I didn't see you come in. Hello, hello. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys later on tonight. Like I said, I got to get ready to go pick beads at Bernie's for Saturday. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.